Hi friends, I am Vikas. Today I have come up with another good video for all of you. Actually, a couple of days back I have uploaded one video regarding the ultrasonic sensor. If you find it is good and helpful, then please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. So today I'll be dealing with some of the microcontrollers. So I'm a great fan of AVR microcontroller. I always used to work with Atmel or AVR microcontrollers for time pass as well as for my projects. Okay, so coming to the point. So everybody knows Arduino Uno, and most of the people might have used this board. And here the heart of this board is the Atmega 328P. So it's very easy to program Uno boards or Arduino boards, since we are having the support of Arduino IDE. Okay, so Arduino IDE has made the coding very simple, and we can write any complex logics very easily with the combination of Arduino as well as the IDE. Okay, but the major problem with using the Arduino is that we may not have a control or grip on other microcontrollers, whether standard boards are not available. Say for example ATtiny 2313, Atmega 8, Atmega 16 or Atmega 32. These are some of the examples I'm just demonstrating for you. So this ATtiny is having a 2 kilobytes of flash. Similarly, all other microcontrollers are having different flash memory, and the pricing also different based on the hardware available as well as the internal flash memory. Okay, so in some of the applications we may require a big flash memory. So if the application code is very big, so we may have to use Atmega 32, but in some other case, for a small application, we may have to use ATtiny 2313 or Atmega 8. So at this time the people will be really in trouble, that they may not use the Arduino IDE. So today's lecture is basically how to use Arduino IDE to program any other microcontroller, and how to use or how to bootload these devices so that we can program with a USB to serial programmer. Okay, but previously when I was into AVR microcontrollers, I was using something like ICSP programmer like this. So it will be having 6 pins: MISO, MOSI, SCK, reset, ground and VCC. These 6 pins we have to connect to the microcontroller, and this will form the in-circuit serial programmer, ICSP. Okay, so but the advantage of using the Arduino board, so these boards are having this, the core of this board is the Atmega 322. It's already bootloaded with some bootloaders. Okay, so with this bootloader, programming such a microcontroller become very easy. So with any USB to serial programmer or any USB to serial converter, we can program this device. Okay, that's the advantage. Only 3 lines, maybe a receiver, transmitter and the ground. 3 lines will, with these 3 lines we can program this microcontroller, and at the same time we don't need to use this in-circuit programmers. Okay, but the major disadvantage of using such a bootloader is that it will consume around 2 to 3 KB of the flash memory. So basically the bootloaders can detect the data coming in these serial pins, and with the serial pins the microcontroller will get programmed by itself. Okay, so whatever streams of data coming from the USB, it is converted into serial or UART, and basically that UART data will be available to the microcontroller, which is already bootloaded with the bootloader, or it's already booted with the bootloader, so that it can understand the stream of pulses coming and it will be programmed by itself. So that's the major advantage of using these kind of boards. Okay, So one of my friend have asked that he want to work with Atmega 8 and he is not that exposed to AVR Studio. So previously I used to write programs in AVR Studio and convert into hex, and with these programmers with AVR Dude I used to program those microcontrollers. But nowadays everybody wants to use the Arduino IDE and they want to upload directly without much difficulties. Okay, so this Atmega 8 we have to program with Arduino IDE along with the USB to serial converter without using an in-circuit programmer. Okay, so have you think why people want to use these kind of small microcontrollers with lesser memory? Is that the cost factor? Okay, so the ATtiny, which is having 2 kilobytes, which is having only 60 rupees. But if you want to go for bigger internal memory, so that is Atmega 32, it's having 160 rupees. So based on our application, we have to optimize the cost as well as the microcontroller will be selected in such a way that it will be well suited for your application, right? And at the same time it should be very easy to program. So such kind of standard boards, it will be easy to program, but it may not be useful or may not be necessary for a small application. So it's having a 32 kilobits of flash that may not be required for all small applications. So at that time we have to go to Atmega 8 or ATtiny 2313 or any other Atmega 48 or such kind of microcontrollers. So this tutorial will be helpful for you, how we can bootload any microcontrollers and how we can program those microcontrollers with Arduino IDE without using a USB ASP or any other in-circuit programmers. Okay, so let's do that. So as I told, this is the just comparison between different microcontrollers. So the major two microcontrollers, that is Atmega 328P as well as the Atmega 8. So people want to use Atmega 8 programmer, Atmega 8 microcontroller instead of Atmega 32, but they have to use the same IDE, or by using they should be able to program with a USB to serial converter. Okay, at the same time they have to use the Arduino IDE as a application software development environment. So here the major difference is the for this microcontroller is the internal memory. So Atmega 328P is having 32 kilobytes of flash or program memory. At the same time Atmega 8 will be having 8 kilobytes of program memory. Okay, so we will be just going to the pinouts. So here in this case the Atmega 8 and 328, they are the these two microcontrollers will be dealing today, because I am having all other microcontrollers, but as a pilot kind of thing I will be bootloading the Atmega 8 and I will be programming the Atmega 8 using Arduino IDE and without using a USB ASP or an in-circuit programmer. Okay, so here Atmega 8 and 328 are exactly pin compatible, except some of the pins or some of the functionality may not be available in the case of Atmega 8. Okay, so here the program pins SCK, MISO, MOSI and the reset are exactly the same. So once the Atmega 8 is bootloaded, we can simply replace the Atmega 328 from the Arduino Uno board, and simply you can insert Atmega 8 and we can program those devices. Okay, so just I will be going to the Arduino IDE and I will be start doing the coding. Hello, so this is the Arduino IDE. So first of all what we have to do is that we have to connect the Arduino board and just choose the board as whatever board you have connected. So now I am here, I am using Arduino Uno, which is connected to COM7. So first of all we have to make the Arduino as a ISP programmer. Okay, so this is how you can do. So first we have to choose the Arduino ISP program, and simply we have to upload the code. So here during this time what will happen, your Arduino board will become a programmer, ICSP programmer. Okay, so first after converting the Arduino into ISP programmer, then we have to burn the bootloader to the target microcontroller. So here why I am focusing on Atmega 8, because the pin out of Atmega 8 and Atmega 328 are the same. Okay, so if I consider Atmega 16 or 32 or 80 Tiny 2313, they are different, and that's why I am going for the Atmega 8. And once it is bootloaded, just like programming any other Arduino board, we can simply replace the Atmega 328P with Atmega 8 and simply program, and we can remove the IC and we can use for our application. Okay, so for each and every application we no need to use an Arduino board. Instead of that, we can use this Arduino board as a prototype for developing the software, and once it is proved after rigorous testing, then the same concept can be imported to the another microcontroller, and that will form the hardware for the new project, right? So I am just waiting for the code to get uploaded. So now the code is uploaded, and now the Arduino board has become a ISP programmer. That's the first step. Hello, now we will be going to the second part, that is the connection between the Arduino Uno as well as the target board. Okay, so here I have drawn a small schematics. So here we have to use 6 pins, that is the SCK, MISO, MOSI, reset as well as power supply lines. Okay, so the 17, 18, 19 pins to be connected to of the Atmega 8 to be connected to D13, D12 and D11 of Arduino Uno respectively. Then a 10 kilo ohm resistor we have to connect between the 5 volt and the reset, and the reset pin to be connected to the 10th pin of Arduino Uno. So please make the connections. I will make the connection first so that you can refer the scheme. Connections I have made as per the scheme. So the reset, SCK, MISO, MOSI and the power supply and the ground. So total 6 wires have connected between the Arduino as well as the Atmega 8 and a 10 kilo ohm reset resistor. So this is how the connectorization we have to do. So now we will go for burning the bootloader. Okay, we will continue. So we have converted Arduino as the ISP programmer. Then what we have to do is that we have to burn the bootloader. Okay, so for that, first of all we should know the board manager. Okay, so what are the, first of all we should enable which microcontroller to be bootloaded, that particular core. First of all we have to add in the board manager. Okay, so I will show how to add the board manager in the Arduino. So first of all, since we are dealing with Atmega 8 and Atmega 8, 48, 88, 168, 328, so these mini core microcontroller, first of all I will show you how to add. So simply in the Google you just search mini core GitHub. The first link will take you to the GitHub page, and here we should first go through how to install the board manager. So first of all we have to copy this link URL and go to the preferences page in the ID. So that mini core we have to add here in the URL. So you may have multiple URLs with comma, you can separate and add those URL. So I have already added and press OK. Now we have to go to the board manager and we have to install the board package. Okay, so here board manager you have to go. So first of all we have to search the core what we have to add. So I have already told, since we are dealing with Atmega 8 and it will come in the mini core category. So mini core. So this is the package to be installed. So if I have already installed, that's why it's showing to update. So once in your case if it is not installed, so this install button will be enabled and you can install the package. So once the package is installed in the board manager, this particular packages will start showing in this drop down menu. So for here I have added Atmega 8, so we have to choose the Atmega 8 first, then after that the clock. So we have to have the bootloader, so bootloader to be enabled. So here since I am not using any external clock, so I am choosing internal 1 MHz clock as the default. That is a factory setted clock, and then the Arduino Uno it is connected to the COM7 as Arduino ESP. So once these things have been done, you have to first ensure that Atmega 8 you are enabled and the internal clock. So if these things you have checked, then we have to simply burn the bootloader. Okay, so how to do that? In the tools, simply click the burn bootloader once the connectorization is ready as per the scheme. Okay, now I am going for burn bootloader. So once you click that, it will start erasing, writing and reading and verifying the code. So once if it is successful, it will show done burning bootloader. Okay, so now the board, our target microcontroller, that is Atmega 8, is loaded with the bootloader. So now what we have to do, we have to try with a USB to serial converter to program the Atmega 8. So let's do that. Thank you. I have successfully done with burning bootloader. So this is a USB to serial programmer, but unfortunately it doesn't have a DTR pin, so that using this USB to TTL converter we can't program the device. So there should be a reset pin enabled for programming the device. Okay, so in actual scenario, the Atmega 16U2 IC it's having a USB hardware and the UART, so it will receive the USB data and convert into UART, and at the same time the DTR signal is available and that is connected to the reset pin of the target microcontroller. Since this particular module is not having DTR, I'll be forced to use the USB to serial converter available on board with the Arduino Uno. Okay, so for that I will just remove the Atmega 328P and I will make the connectorization. Only just 3 wire we have to connect. One is the reset pin, transmitter and receiver, these 3 pins along with the power supply. So just do that connectorization, then we will see. We have already bootloaded the Atmega 8 that is on the breadboard. Now since the USB to serial converter doesn't have the DTR reset signal, so I have removed the Atmega 328P from my Arduino board and following connections I have made with the breadboard. Okay, here you can see. So the microcontroller, Mega 8, and its reset pin, first pin to the 7th pin, that is the 5 volt 10 kilo ohm. This I have connected to the first pin of Arduino board at it's not visible. Okay, so the reset pin to be connected to the first pin of AT Mega 328P. Okay, so we are indirectly replacing the 328 with at Mega 8. Okay, so that's why this should not be connected to the first digital pin. Instead of that, this first pin to be connected to the first pin of the IC base. So I have removed the IC here. I have already shown you. So the removed IC first pin, we have to connect the reset pin. Similarly, first 3 pins, the second pin and the third pin also to be connected in the same way. Means the second pin of ATmega 8 to be connected to the second pin of ATmega 328P, and the third pin also to be connected to the third pin of ATmega 328P. Okay, so this indirectly means that we are placing the ATmega 8 in ATmega 328 slot of the Arduino Uno. Okay, so that we have done. Now we'll see the coding portion. Okay, so I have opened the blink code here. So instead of just taking the routine blink code, I have made some 2-3 extra blinks and a 1 second delay at the end. Okay, so here things to be checked is, first of all we have to choose the board ATmega 8, bootloader, internal clock 1 MHz, and Arduino Uno connected at COM7. Okay, now the ATmega 328P is not on Uno board, that we have removed, and the programmer ISP. Okay, this is correct, and here you can just verify whether all are correct or not. So now the code is simple. I'm not going to explain the code, simply I'm planning to upload. So now what is happening is that once we upload the code, so it started blinking, the serial USB to serial converter started blinking, and the code has been uploaded in the ATmega 8, you can see. So now I will just connect the LED. Actually the internal built-in LED is used, so that is a D13, that is the 19 pin, 1, 2, 15, 16, 17, 18, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and the ground. So 3 times it will blink and it will stay off for 1 second. Okay, so that means the code is working. So here you can see I have not placed the AT328P, and I have connected the 3 lines. I have not even connected the MOSI MISO lines that you can see from the board in the breadboard. So only I have connected the serial transmitter, receiver, and the reset pin. Okay, and the power supply lines. So this is how we can program any microcontroller. So if you, in this example we have considered ATmega 8. So if you want to program any other chip like ATmega 16 or ATmega 32, whatever it may be, so we have to download its corresponding board package. So mini core will be consisting of 5 microcontrollers, and mighty core, major core, tiny core. So these all board configuration you can download. Based on that, so some of the boards may not be having the built-in Opti bootloader available, so that we can't do anything. Most of the microcontrollers, which is very generally used, its board manager or the board package is available in GitHub, so please download. And I have shown how to install the bootloader, that also you can do. So now we can program any microcontroller using Arduino IDE without using an in-circuit programmer. We can program with the USB to serial converter. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you liked the video, then please don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Thank you friends.